If you're watching this video right now, odds are you probably have been struggling when it comes to losing weight. You tried cutting out your calories, you tried cutting out your carbs, you tried cutting out your sugar and all your favorite foods, only to lose a little bit of weight, but then eventually fall off the wagon and regain it right back. Nowadays, when you see yourself in the mirror, you're not proud of who you see looking back at you. You don't even have the confidence anymore to take off your shirt on a hot summer day at the beach. You're lacking the motivation, you're lacking the drive, and you're lacking the energy to even do the things that you love. You hate putting on your favorite clothes because they're a little bit too snug on you and all you see is the man boobs and the spare tire popping out. Or worse, maybe you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, maybe even type 2 diabetes, and you're kind of realizing here that your life expectancy is getting a little bit shorter because you're not prioritizing your health. Well, guess what? I hate to break it to you, but nothing's going to change unless you change. There's never going to be a magic fat loss pill that's going to give you six-pack abs and off your blood pressure medications. If you're serious about making a permanent change, you need to create better habits for yourself. Now, in case you don't know who I am, my name's Coach Joe. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, and strength and conditioning coach. And for the last several years, I've been helping guys lose body fat, build muscle, most importantly, learn how to create sustainable habits that work best for their lifestyle. It is so inspiring and motivating seeing all these guys change and transform their lives, all because they learn how to create lifestyle habits. Habits that helped Jason lose over 35 pounds in just 90 days. Habits that helped Greg lose over 30 pounds in 90 days and also off of his blood pressure medications. Habits that helped Ryan lose over 25 pounds in 90 days and also regaining his confidence back. Personally, if I was in your shoes right now and I'm watching this video and I'm serious about making a change when it comes to my health, I would be pausing this video, go grabbing a piece of paper and a pen so that way I can take down some notes. Because I'm going to share with you 3 steps on how you can easily lose more body fat and keep it off once and for all. Step number 1 is to follow a personalized plan. And what do I mean by that? Well, think about it like this. A plan that works best for your lifestyle but also your body type. And it needs to be personalized in a way where it's sustainable for you. You know, if let's say you tried cutting out your carbs or cutting out alcohol or sugar or anything like that, odds are you probably stuck with it for a few short weeks, lost a little bit of weight, but then eventually regained the weight right back. I want you to think about it in terms of this. If let's just say you were following a plan where you didn't have to cut anything out, but instead, you learned how to easily fit in your favorite foods so that way you can lose more body fat, I bet you anything, you would have an easier time sticking with that plan. So that way, you won't fall off the wagon. And when it comes to working out and training your body, it's exactly the same. It doesn't matter if you're working out in a gym or working out at home with or without equipment. It doesn't matter if you can work out 7 days a week or just 1 or 2 days a week. It honestly doesn't matter. What matters the most is working out in a plan that's structured around your body type, but also your schedule. So that way you can have an easier time staying on track with your goals. Unfortunately, most programs out there are pretty much cookie cutter and one size fits all. You know, Noom, Weight Watchers, P90X, Beachbody, Insanity. It's not actually structured and tailored for you and your body type. There's no form of accountability. There's no form of also making sure that, hey, they're helping you with guidance, they're helping you with knowledge, they're helping you learn how to create sustainable habits where you can actually fit in your favorite foods. You can actually train in a way where it's sustainable for you. And I would even say that seeing a personal trainer at the gym is pretty much the same. I mean, if you think about it, are you actually getting personalized workouts that's for you and for your goals? Is that being tracked and measured so that way you can see progression? And then what happens when you leave those gym doors? There's no accountability, there's no support, no one's helping you out with nutrition, which, hey, that's 80% of this anyways, right? I'm sure you even heard the phrase, you can't out-train a bad diet. How we help out our members inside of our coaching program is by, once again, just giving them a personalized plan to follow. That way they can learn how to fit in their favorite foods, they can learn how to train in a way where it's sustainable for their body type, but also their schedule as well. So that way they can have an easier time staying on track to reaching their goals. The second thing that you're gonna need is very important, and that's accountability. Everybody needs to be held accountable so that way they can make sure that they're staying on track to reaching their goals. You know, if let's say you're following a plan, especially if it's not personalized for you, if you ever fell off the wagon, you know, who's there to support you? Who's there to help you out? Who's there to, you know, make sure that that doesn't happen again? You also want to make sure that this form of accountability is knowing and giving you reassurance that you're on the right plan. In my opinion, the best form of accountability is just having somebody there helping you every step of the way. When you're able to be held accountable to your goals and making sure that you're on the right track, it becomes a habit over time. Think about it like brushing your teeth. Way back in the day, you didn't know how to brush your teeth. Your parents had to help you brush your teeth. And then once you learned, they still had to remind you, you know, hey, make sure you're brushing your teeth so that way you don't have the the bad breath, you don't get the cavities. But nonetheless, as you fast forward through life, you're probably watching this and odds are you brush your teeth this morning, or at least I hope you did. And it's like nobody probably had to remind you this morning to brush your teeth, but yet way back in the day your parents did. But you can see how that form of accountability became a habit because it's part of your routine now, it's part of your lifestyle. So once again, if you ever did fall off the wagon, it's very easy to get right back on the horse simply because it's a sustainable habit. And the third and final thing that's so important that you're going to need in order to lose the body fat and keep it off once and for all is the right mindset. You need to believe it's possible. I don't care what you tried before in the past and what you failed at and all your excuses about how you don't have the time, you don't have the resources. You need to believe it's possible first and foremost, because all that other stuff is just excuses anyways. If you firmly believe in your heart and in your head that you can have success at reaching your health and fitness goals, hey, guess what? You just won 90% of the battle right there. The other 10% is literally just showing up. When you believe in yourself, you're gonna have that confidence. When you have that confidence, that's gonna help you show up each and every single day. And what happens when you show up each and every single day? You're building habits. You're also building discipline. And that is the number one thing that's stopping you right now from reaching your goals. You lack the discipline. And the reason why you're lacking the discipline is because one, you're not following a plan that's personalized for you. And second, you're not even having anybody in your corner holding you accountable and making sure that you're staying on the right track. So of course, when you fall off the wagon, you're gonna go right back to those bad habits. And once again, if you wanna lose more body fat and keep it off once and for all, you need different habits. Habits that are sustainable, habits that are personalized for your body type and your lifestyle. Take Brian, for example. He's somebody that was struggling for years when it came to losing body fat. He even tried keto, paleo, Weight Watchers, Noom, intermittent fasting, even South Beach diet. But every single time he would do one of these diets, he would just lose a little bit of weight, but then eventually end up falling off the wagon, regaining the weight right back. Brian was at a point where he was lacking the energy and even lacking the confidence within himself, where he realized here he needed to make a change, but he just didn't know what to do or how to do it. He saw my Facebook ad, decided to schedule a free assessment call with me, just going over his goals, going over, what a structured, personalized plan would look like for him. And at the end of the call, he realized it would be a good fit to just, get signed up. So that way, he didn't have to fumble around with second guessing everything and spending countless of hours on Google and YouTube on how to lose belly fat. No, he just wanted a plan to follow where, it was more personalized for him, but also the right people in his corner that would be holding him accountable to stay on track with his goals. And within 6 months, Brian lost over 85 pounds, but has all the knowledge on what to do and how to do it, so that way he can maintain his success long term. Santo is somebody that also struggled for years when it came to losing body fat, simply because everything he tried wasn't sustainable for him. He wanted to have a plan that he could follow where, he had the pizza, the donuts, the chicken wings, the burgers, the bourbon, the beers, He wanted to have a plan that was flexible, that was enjoyable, that, it wasn't a strict diet. And everything that he tried before in the past was just these strict diets where he had to cut out his favorite foods. Once he learned a little bit more about how our coaching program works, he wanted to get signed up. He wanted to have a plan to follow that was just more personalized for him, but also the right people that was going to hold him accountable to staying on track with his goals. He was able to lose over 50 pounds in just 90 days. But the best part is, Santa was able to apply the 80-20 rule that we go over inside of our coaching program. So he lost the 50 pounds, but he still was able to drink the beer, have the bourbon, the pizza, the donuts, still was able to enjoy his favorite foods and lost the weight. Chris was struggling for years with his confidence. He felt like he wasn't being the best leader that he could be for his family. He wasn't really proud of who he was seeing staring back at him in the mirror anymore. And although he was in decent shape, he was never at that peak level that he truly believed that he could be. But every time he tried following a diet or a training program, it seemed to just not really work for him because life would get busy, especially with him and his job, where he seemed to just fall off the wagon whenever life got a little bit hectic. After having a strategy call with me, going over how a personalized plan would look like for him based on his lifestyle, especially when life kind of threw him some curveballs and got really busy, he realized here he just wanted a better strategy. He wanted a plan that was personalized like that because he can actually see himself having success this go around. And within the first 90 days, he lost over 25 pounds, but learned exactly what to do and how to do it based upon his body type and his lifestyle. So that way, he can create these sustainable habits for himself. These habits also helped Mark lose over 90 pounds in just 6 months. How Dennis lost over 80 pounds in 6 months. How Jimmy lost 75 pounds in 90 days. I'm sure you heard this before. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. And remember, in order for you to have success at reaching your health and fitness goals, you need to follow a plan that you can be consistent with. But what's going to help you be more consistent is the right habits. Habits that work best for your lifestyle and your body type. And here's the best part about creating better habits for yourself. You're going to be that spark of inspiration, where you can also lead and motivate others to making a change in their health as well. So once again, if you're somebody that has been struggling for years when it comes to losing body fat, maybe you're struggling with the energy, the confidence, the sex drive, maybe you're even struggling with the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol, who knows, maybe even the type 2 diabetes. Listen, don't give up, don't quit, don't throw in the towel. It's okay, right? Everything that you tried before, don't think in terms of like you failing those diets and those training programs. No, they failed you because it wasn't sustainable for you. It wasn't personalized for you. And if it's not personalized, you're not gonna learn how to create better habits for yourself. You're never gonna see that change. Today's the day where we start making a change. Today's the day where we start creating better habits for ourselves. So what I want you to do next is very important. I want you to click on the link below this video and schedule a strategy call with me, so that way we can go over your lifestyle, go over your body type, so that way we can help you create sustainable habits. If it's been proven to help thousands of other guys, I'm pretty confident it's gonna help you out as well. So if you wanna lose between 15 and 50 pounds of body fat in just the next 90 days, then click on the link below, put in a good day and time that best suits your schedule, so that way we can have a strategy call going over your health and fitness goals.